Once we drove up to the entrance, we were ready to pay for the parking with our card, and they actually needed to have cash. So typically everything takes card nowadays, but this time specifically they needed cash for the payment of parking. So it was $25, and thankfully we did have cash for it because neither of us never really carry cash, but I wanted to make sure to have some just in case some things happen, some machines break. I don't rely on technology, so we did have some cash, and basically we used that to pay for the parking, and we luckily had that, so just something for you guys to remember. Once you park your car, you're not yet at the Magic Kingdom park, you're at the transportation and ticket center, so you need to either get on the monorail or the ferry over to Magic Kingdom. The ferry boat will take the longest to get you there, but it's a really nice ride to just enjoy relaxing on the water. It's like a ride in itself. We took the monorail, specifically the resort monorail, because it is the second longest option, depending on how long the line is to wait and everything, but it just is less crowded, so it was a little easier for us to manage and get onto. So the resort monorail will take about 2 stops along the way to some hotels. One of them is the Polynesian Resort, and the other is the Grand Floridian Resort. If the direct monorail has a very long line, everyone's using it, then we definitely recommend to get on the resort monorail. Once we got to the park entrance, we took some photos in front of the train station before we went to go rent our locker. Since we did have things for changing for the Christmas party, we definitely wanted to have a locker, and that was $10. Pretty straightforward. You pay with a credit card and you get the locker all day, and then you end the rent when you're done using it. So it was very handy for us for the changing aspect. And there is a bathroom right next to the lockers on the inside of the park where the Tony's restaurant is in the theater. So it's very quick and simple for changing. You can open it as many times as you want throughout the day. And after we locked up our stuff, we headed in to Main Street towards the castle to watch Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair.
It's gorgeous. I know, I'm speechless. Oh. Speechless. I don't know. It's so Christmassy, and obviously the castle's humongous, so it's really cute. I know why everyone stops for photos. But yeah, it's just very immersive. Like, it feels like a fairy tale. I think, yeah, and I think that's why people love the Magic Kingdom so much, because like we saw a carriage ride, Cinderella carriage ride on our way over here from the monorail, and it was gorgeous. And it just looks like it would make you feel like a princess. Very cute. Very cute, very special. Oh, we're starting one! Ah! Let's go!
Up on the stage!
Where are you? Come on! Excuse me.
Can't you see me on the stage performing I'd rather be completely for my killer show too deadly. Thank you, cause why not leave it on? He's got a dream, he's got a dream. See, I ain't as cool and vicious as I seem.
And this is, and you are, good. This is Anna and Elsa, they're sisters.
Oh my, it's an honor to meet you. Please, the honor is all ours. We're so excited to be here. From the moment I heard your story, I admired you both so. Pastures in the past.
We didn't end up watching the full Friendship Fair show. We left just before the ending to walk back to Town Square before all the crowd decided to leave as well. And we claimed our spot for the Festival Fantasy Parade. And then the show was really nice, honestly. The Festival Fantasy Parade was very entertaining. I had the song stuck in my head forever. And it was really cute, and I'm very glad that we got to get a good spot there. The sun was a little warm on us, but other than that, it was right directly, the parade came directly at us, so we were able to see everything fairly clearly. On our way to Town Square, we walked through the Emporium gift shop to see the merchandise they had available, as well as get me my first visit button, which unfortunately they were out of. So I did not end up getting that, but I got it from Disneyland, so it's not a big deal. But very cute if you are a first-time visitor, or your birthday or anniversary or anything, they do have buttons for you for celebrating.
I know it's gonna happen. These dreams, they are for chasing. Don't stop, we got to keep racing on. So come on, dare to be a dreamer. Dare to be a dreamer. Dare to be a dreamer. Don't let go. In your heart, you know you're strong and you're brave enough. It's your time. You were made to fly. Never ever giving up. I know it's gonna happen. These dreams, they are for chasing. Don't stop, we got to keep racing on. So come on, dare to be a dreamer. Dare to be a dreamer. Dare to be a dreamer.
Okay, so we are sitting outside of Books, Toys, I don't know, whatever this place is.
Emporium.
There you go, the Emporium. It's right on the left side when you enter into Magic Kingdom. And we're just going to catch the parade here because it gets really crowded on Main Street and everything. So it's one of his hidden gems that he knows to sit at. But he used to work at Magic Kingdom for a while, so tell us.
Yeah, so I worked at the Magic Kingdom as a parade audience control member from 2015 to 2016. It wasn't my first choice of job here, but it's what I got assigned to do, so I just went with it because I wanted to work at Disney for basically my entire life, so it was a good experience nonetheless. Got me out of my comfort zone because there was a lot of interaction with other people that I was never really exposed to. So it did get me out of my shell a little bit, so I appreciate it for that. It was a fun job, but it was also a trying job because, as most people know, when people go on vacation, they kind of lose half their brain. So they don't listen, they get angry very easily. So I had to deal with it. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. You know,
It's December and it's hot.
I mean, we had to wear like red vest with a bow tie, button-up shirt, long pants. In July in Florida was not comfortable. Even right now, it's not comfortable, and it's December. But luckily, they've relaxed the rules. Now you can wear shorts at the job. So
Ooh, shorts.
I can see someone over there wearing shorts.
Yeah.
It doesn't look the part. It looks kind of ridiculous, but you know, it's comfortable. So
Probably have to drink a lot of water.
yeah, you'll see them carrying water bottles clipped to their waistbands. Yeah, we drank a lot of water, especially in the summertime. They had like Gatorade for us backstage and stuff, so we filled up a lot. Sweat like crazy. It was disgusting.
But it's really cool because he has the experience of being here and stuff, so he can kind of give us the inside scoop. We wanted to do the Keys to the Kingdom tour. It's like a 5-hour walking tour. You go underneath into the tunnels. If you don't know, that's kind of their way of keeping the magic alive. The cast members will go underneath the park to move from place to place. So unfortunately, that wasn't available for us to book due to our last minute nature with his job and stuff, but it's just really cool that he at least can give a little bit of that backstage knowledge, and we know where to sit for parades and stuff that aren't as crowded. So we'll see how fireworks go as well.
Yeah, and a lot of things changed since I've been here. I mean, I left in 2016. It's now 2022, so it's been 6 years since I've left. So a lot of things changed. The parades that I used to work here, the night parade, the electrical parade, has long since been gone. They've changed the stage shows a couple times. They've changed the projection show, and they've changed the fireworks show since I've been here.
Right.
So a lot of the insight that I can provide is somewhat obsolete. There is some like
truth
knowledge.
still.
No, there's some truth still.
Yeah.
Like the Festival of Fantasy Parade at 12 and 3 o'clock is the same. So the parade route's the same. So the best spot to see it at is, I call it the best spot because it's the spot that people don't know as much about. There's less crowds here, and that's going to be in front of the barber shop, or the corner where the barber shop and the Emporium is, right across from the firehouse. Is the best spot to see it. The parade route comes right along there and it ends there. So you'll have a great head-on view of the parade coming right towards you before it turns and goes backstage.
And less people.
Most people want to see the parade where the castle is. So if you don't give much care about being able to see the castle during the parade, then you need to either watch it in Frontierland where it starts, or here in Town Square where it ends.
Another big thing too is we took, so coming into Magic Kingdom obviously is a huge parking lot. So we took the little tram over to the monorail, and you can either get on the monorail straight to Magic Kingdom, or you can get on the resort side on the left, and that will take you, a couple of quick stops to some of the resorts, which is kind of nice because you see the lake and you see a little bit of the resorts if you've never been, but also you can go onto the water riverboat thing to get over here. So there's a lot of options, and that was kind of one of the inside scoops too, was just taking the resort tram because it's way less people, so you can actually sit and not have to stand.
Yeah, and you're waiting in line less for the monorail. It might be a longer trip to get to the Magic Kingdom, but you're not standing up as long.
And by longer, it's like 10 minutes max.
It's not long. It's not a long ride. Quick. It's just more convenient, at least for me anyway, because neither one of us like crowds. So if we can take the more empty, quiet way to go, that's what we're going to do. So if you want to try to avoid crowds just getting into the park, the Resort Monorail is the way to go to get to the Magic Kingdom and out of it at the end of the night, depending on what time you leave.
Anything else? Final last words.
I'm sure I'll think of a lot more throughout the day while we're here.
Yeah.
But if you're going to view any of the shows, more specifically the parade and the fireworks, make sure you get a spot early, because there are designated viewing areas and there are designated walkway areas. You'll see them very obviously by brown stanchions sticking out of the ground that are connected by white rope, and there's going to be yellow tape or white tape on the ground.
And we'll show that.
Yeah. They make it pretty obvious what's a walkway and what's a viewing area. So make sure you pay attention to that. Don't get angry with the people in the red vests because
they're doing their job.
I got a dream, I got a dream. See, I make this cool ambitious as I say. Though I do a freaking favors, you can count through the dreamers. Like everybody else, I got a dream. Can you see me with that special little I'm gonna see! Life under the sea is better than anything they got hope. Yeah! Under the sea, under the sea, when the sun we got 100 years. You made your ears about 10 years of life on the fire for me.
The Festival Fantasy Parade was super cute to watch. I'm very glad that we did that. They did come directly at us where we sat, so it was great for getting some footage, and we saw the whole parade area. And also it wasn't very crowded, so that was good. The sun was a little warm, but other than that, really great spot, and it was right by gift shops, so I got to kind of peruse through there while we were waiting. But otherwise, very cute, had the song stuck in my head for days after our trip, so very good parade. So after the parade, we walked back up Main Street and headed over towards Liberty Square. Once you cross the bridge into Liberty Square, you'll see Sleepy Hollow on the right, as well as the Hall of Presidents. On the left is Ye Olde Christmas Shop, the Liberty Tree, and Liberty Bell. We went straight on and got on the Liberty Square riverboat.
Fireworks already?
The Liberty Square riverboat is a 20-minute slow cruise that goes in a circle around Tom Sawyer's Island. It departs at the top and the bottom every hour, which is where you get onto the riverboat. We went up to the top deck of the boat where you can get some unique views of Splash and Thunder Mountain, as well as Tom Sawyer's Island. So you see all of Tom Sawyer's Island when you are on the riverboat. It's very green and pretty. We saw some wild turtles, but other than that, Daniel thought it was a little boring, and for me, it was just very relaxing. So if you are there for the ambiance and you don't really do roller coasters, or you have a lot of time there to kill, it's a really great thing for you to enjoy, and just unique experience for me since I've barely been on boats. So I enjoyed it. After we got off of the riverboat, I decided that I needed some fuel food, something to eat before our lunch reservation, so we went all over to a bunch of the quick service restaurants to try and find something specifically that I would like. I don't eat a lot of sweets and sugary things, so it was a little bit hard to find some savory food, but when you do find it, it's delicious. We eventually found the Friar's Nook in Fantasyland and ordered some loaded tater bites, and they were so good. They had chives and bacon and sour cream with the tater tots, and underneath that was some macaroni and cheese. So it's something I definitely want to recreate at home because it was delicious.
Progressing inspired Epcot and a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny people movie.
Yeah, almost
Attention
done.
all visitors from Galaxy N31. Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that looks so cool.
The next station is Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. Yeah, it looks like the Robins are getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day today. Hottest 4th of July we've had in years. We've come a long way, though, since the turn of the century, over 20 some odd years ago. Everything is better than ever now, and we've got some amazing new wonders around the house to prove it. For instance, our refrigerator holds more food and ice cubes. And thanks to our automatic dishwasher, oh, I don't have to dry the dishes anymore after supper.
Shining at the end of every day.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow.
Just a dream away.
After riding some rides in Tomorrowland, we walked to the Town Square Theater for our lunch reservation at Tony's Town Square restaurant. It's a nice Italian restaurant based off of the one in Lady and the Tramp, and I think it was definitely something new for us to try out. It smelled delicious when we were walking over there, so we were pretty excited. What?
It's a lot of bread.
You're a lot of bread. I had gotten the chicken parmesan, and Daniel got the fettuccine alfredo. The noodles themselves just were a little bit more bland with the sauce. The chicken was really good. I really enjoyed that. But otherwise, just for the cost of how much you're paying and with all of that to think about, we just wouldn't go back.
Make room for everyone. There's no turning back now.
Please drag your bodies away from the walls and into the dead center of the room.
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination?
Of everybody here tonight by making the sound of a magical reindeer. That's pretty good. Do it again. It's working. Do it again, Craig. Do it again. I'm sorry, Craig. It's not.
Entire journey today, unless something goes wrong. Yeah, in that case. In that case, Skipper Aurora will take over. You go with that, all right? All right. We're now taking to the Amazon rainforest, which is located on the Amazon River. It's actually one of Santa's favorite places because he loves rain, deer, and right over here and right around this corner, we have some lovely bah humbugs. Their wingspan can grow anywhere from 12 inches to a whopping 1 foot. Yeah, that's why we call them the rulers of the jungle. Quick tip though. When we go home tonight, do not go looking for that backside of water. Yeah, in that kitchen sink faucet, do not look in that backside of water.
After the laugh floor and riding the Jingle Cruise, we headed back to Fantasyland to get ready for dinner. The laugh floor was really funny. They actually do call on some people from the audience sometimes, and there's that guy, if you know who I'm talking about. And so it's pretty funny to just sit there and watch that happen. I'm definitely not, I'm a nervous type and I would not want to be called on, but luckily I didn't. And some people I believe did get a little bit wet with some water they squirted out, but otherwise it was a really cute little show and we love laughing. So if you like comedy, that's the place to be. Also, the Jingle Cruise was super fun. Our boat driver was super fun. She was very lively and gave a lot of energy. She seemed to really enjoy her job, so that was really good. And it just helps with the festive spirit. Otherwise, it's just riding onto a little bit of a river, another boat ride, and they have some animatronics that are in the water. It's mainly more comedy than anything, and then relaxing. We had a little time to spare before our reservation, so we rode the carousel. We actually also got in line for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but trying to make sure that we weren't going to miss our reservation for dinner and just timing it right, it was a little scary for us, so Daniel thought it was going to be best for us to actually not go on that, so that is something for another time. So we exited the line and we went over to our reservation. So believe it or not, we actually got a reservation for Be Our Guest restaurant on the same day. We were very excited for this because we did try to book it every day basically before we went on our trip and we weren't able to. So while we were riding the People Mover, we were able to actually get that reservation in for nighttime. So it was perfect for us. We booked a reservation the day that we were there. So doesn't always happen, but never give up, never lose hope. Be Our Guest restaurant is a fixed price 3-course dining experience. So for $130 per adult, you get an appetizer, main course, and dessert all included. The restaurant itself is basically Beast's Castle, and a big part of the dining area is the main ballroom, which was beautiful, gorgeous. But unfortunately, we didn't get seated there. We did get seated in the West Wing where the Enchanted Rose is, which was pretty cool, very dark and had a lot of thunder. It's darker than the other areas with the lightning effects and everything, so it's definitely an ambiance. Not our favorite, but we weren't too picky since we considered ourselves pretty lucky to get in at all. For the appetizer, I got a salad with walnuts. It was really yummy, and Daniel got the potato leek soup. He didn't care too much for the soup. After all, it tasted a little too leaky. A little too much like leeks, a little strong on the leek flavor. And then my salad was just delicious. It was sweet and had the walnuts and really good lettuce, so I really recommend that. And for dinner, we both got the filet mignon, which was absolutely delicious. I mean, we ate it up. It was so good. I was so full already by the end of it, but I kept eating. The steak was so tender and juicy, it practically melted in your mouth. So if you like food, that's definitely a place to go. We would definitely order again and would definitely go there again. And for dessert, you don't actually pick what you want them to bring. They bring one of each of the 3 dessert items, which was a chocolate tart complete with the gray stuff, which if you've never tried it, it tastes just like whipped cream with some food coloring, which is probably what it is, but it's delicious. And a dark chocolate truffle, and a lemon jam macaroon.
There'll be scary stories and tales of glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. We wish you the happiest, the happiest.
The happiest?
Yes, the happiest. I wish you the happiest, the happiest, the happiest New Year.
May your tree be filled with happiness, happiness for all.
May your heart be filled with happiness and cheerfulness and friendliness for all.
There is one thing clear. Christmas isn't Christmas till you get here. There's a present by the fireplace, wrapped especially for you. All that I want is to see your face. That's how you make my wish come true. Merry Christmas, everyone!
Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling on the reins.
Jingling sound. Jingle, jingle, it's icicles. Isn't this amazing? I'm in my very own winter wonderland.
hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for part 3 and stay positive.